What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Noles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking.
Oh, he's got some space. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Back to pass. It's back. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Canes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll move the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
He'll pull it down and run. With the catch, it's Robinson. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Good timing on the quick out. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
He'll keep it himself. Got some room in to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Man, you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Fires on the move. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber in the Giants, Frank Gore in the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the third or fourth read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that want to be involved in the passing.
And the Seminoles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Seminoles get enough to move the chains. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications.
Turning it on! They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Noles have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Miami, 0.
So first down here as they go back to work. Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. DB's right up on the receivers. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Wants to throw it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Toledo. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Strong, firm tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Throws to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit.
Number 43, on away.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. On the option. Not much running room there thanks to to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Hurricanes will punt it away on fourth down. A low line drive and short kick. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to get outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're after him. He'll get rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. On the ground, it's Lyle. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. To the air. It's back. Gets it out quickly. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, that's why this guy's one of the best receivers in the country. Even when he's double covered, he's open. He's able to make the catch and get the first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
He'll toss it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Bauman. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. The quick out. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Knowles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The sure hands, it's McCoy. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Good right down the boulevard. Now up by 7 points here in the second. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We are just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Grab near the marker. It's McCoy. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
To the air on second down. Using his feet to buy time. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that now, this guy's second sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today.
Spins away from one. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about...
He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Oh, it's picked off. taking it the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Running back searching for a hole.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's back. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 10 to James Madison. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Creates a little room. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of him.
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it's hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught behind the line. It's White. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The extra point here would tie the game. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do here.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's back. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. Still running at the 40. It's a running room. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Webster. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the grab. It's Carr. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, that D-tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance and got immediately into the backfield and was able to get that tackle for us.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Finds his man. It's Fletcher. It's back. Quarterback extends the play. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
The Seminoles get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's White. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset. And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone and understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They want that clock to run. At midfield, he's got room. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's back. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. looking to scramble. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off for the third time today.
And this offense, man, they're just desperate. Like, late in the football game, you're down. They've got to push the ball down the field. They've got to find some explosive plays. And they found one, Jesse, but for the defense.
The four verticals has a better chance of working earlier in the game when it's close, but when you're trailing by a lot, the defense knows you have to throw it. Just sending four guys running in a straight line down the field, oftentimes not a tremendous play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Back to throw, it's back. Unloads to the right. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been big.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snags it! He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
The speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Canes! The defense putting points on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
The Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of